this woman has decided to manufacture tears to try to work herself up, as an actress might before a scene.
Only people are getting attacked. Children.
Selena Gomez, actress, who cares? But
I don't understand. I don't know what to do.
There's two things about this I wanted to ask you. Clearly this person is nuts, but
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't.
the reason I mention this is that I think you said today she's got, 140 million people on Instagram, and she decides
422 million.
Wow. So this is her sphere of influence, and she's deciding to cry up a storm.
The nationwide mass deportation. But one celebrity who isn't being welcomed into the conversation is Selena Gomez. Now, she took down an emotional post talking about the impact of these raids on her people.
Selena Gomez and the others, I would check your compassionate privilege.
So she's obviously trying to get herself in the news because the little subset of people who decide the Oscars, that's again an insight into the performance and just how lowbrow these people can be. But
welcome back to Buzzed Celebs, your go-to spot for the spiciest takes on Hollywood's biggest names. Ever thought you'd see Selena Gomez sobbing her eyes out over deportations in a way that set the internet on fire? Well, that's exactly what happened, and it was only the start. What began as a teary-eyed Instagram live spiraled into memes, parodies, and intense scrutiny over whether Selena's tears were genuine or just another spotlight act. But if you thought that was dramatic, buckle up. The Colombian president also jumped into the mix with a showdown against the former US president that nearly left Americans without Valentine's Day flowers. Confused, intrigued, good, because this is one roller coaster you won't want to miss. The meltdown that broke the internet. Selena Gomez has been in the public eye for years, from her Disney Channel days to her chart-topping music career, yet nothing prepared fans for the spectacle of her tear-soaked Instagram live. She was visibly distressed, mascara smudged, sobbing about deportations under the Trump administration. For some viewers, her raw emotion felt like a real call for compassion. She labeled undocumented immigrants as "my people," referencing her own Mexican heritage on her father's side. But the internet is a fickle place. Within minutes, people were screen recording Selena's meltdown, adding comedic edits, and remixing her sniffles into viral TikTok audios. Others questioned why a global superstar with massive resources would opt for a live stream meltdown instead of more direct action. In a world where everything is content, her heartbreak became fodder for jokes, memes, and comedic parodies. Before she could wipe away her last tear, the entire fiasco started trending on social platforms.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise. I want to say that I'm so sorry. Only people are getting attacked. Children. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do.
One moment, Selena was arguably attempting to shine a light on a serious issue. The next, she was at the heart of a meme storm, with random accounts adding dance tracks to her sobs, or layering her crying with lines from comedic skits. It was the kind of viral moment no celebrity PR team wants, yet can rarely contain once it's unleashed. The backlash and public scrutiny. If you thought the jokes were cruel, the backlash was harsher. Critics, and even some fans, launched into a heated conversation about Selena's performative activism. The gist: she might have chosen the easiest route to look caring instead of taking tangible steps. People dredged up her expansive real estate holdings, questioning why she didn't offer to shelter deported families if she felt so passionate. Others highlighted that Selena was born in Texas, so her tearful claim that she was part of this directly oppressed group felt a bit muddled. Social media can be a tough crowd, and Selena found that out quickly. Screenshots of her mansions in Beverly Hills and Fort Worth circulated online. Detractors insisted she could have donated properties or funded legal aid rather than posting a tearful video, almost as if on cue, her mention of "my people" turned from a heartfelt expression to a magnet for criticism. Was she oversimplifying a complicated issue, or just trying to channel her father's heritage for public sympathy? The meme factory churned out brutal parodies at record speed. Some comedic videos showed an edited Trump dancing to her sobs, while others mashed up her meltdown with classic songs. It became a carnival of mockery. Seemingly, the more Selena tried to clarify her stance, the more parodies flooded in. She even posted an Insta story saying something like, "Apparently it's not okay to show empathy anymore." But that only fueled the roasting. People hammered back that empathy must be backed by meaningful action, not orchestrated tears.
We're criticizing for her dumb opinion. Yeah, she's crying over violent criminals being deported from the United States.
But you should know that she almost immediately deleted it because the instant reaction from Americans was to absolutely ridicule this absurdly narcissistic response from somebody trying to make this all about her, weeping for people, in some cases I've seen, rapists and murderers. What is she crying about?
Deeper accusations of performative activism. Selena has openly shared her struggles with mental health, fame, and the pressures of the music industry. That transparency once endeared her to millions, but now it was being flipped against her. Critics pointed to older footage from a documentary where she's speaking with young girls rescued from forced marriages. Instead of empathizing with their stories, she seemed to pivot awkwardly, asking them if they believed in love. The girls laughed uncertainly while the camera lingered on Selena's evidently disconnected questions. This older clip resurfaced the moment she went live about deportations. People questioned if she genuinely understood hardships outside her pop star bubble, or if this was the standard celebrity formula: tears, hashtags, and a quick moral high ground. Online debate surged around whether Selena was yet another example of a star using social issues to maintain relevance. Meanwhile, her defenders claimed she was doing her best to highlight injustice. They said her comedic meltdown was simply a vulnerable moment turned into viral content by unmerciful trolls. They maintained that a wealthy celebrity can still experience empathy and heartbreak. Unfortunately, in the court of public opinion, critics outnumbered supporters this time around. The more she tried to fix the PR damage, the more it felt like feeding an ever-growing fire. Enter Colombia's president Gustavo Petro. While Selena was busy defending her tear ducts online, another political firestorm was brewing. Colombian President Gustavo Petro locked horns with the Trump administration over deportations of Colombian nationals. Unlike Selena, who shed tears, Petro unleashed a barrage of indignation that turned the usual deportation process into an international drama. Reports emerged showing Colombian deportees in shackles, boarding U.S. military planes for removal. Petro claimed this was humiliating and unacceptable, and he threatened to ban certain U.S. flights from entering Colombia. According to some sources, for a tense 24 hours, the planes carrying deportees were forced to land in other countries like Costa Rica. This confrontation was anything but subtle. Petro's supporters cheered him on for defending the dignity of Colombian citizens, while critics rolled their eyes at what they saw as grandstanding. Petitions circulated, calling for the deportees to be treated more humanely. And then came the Trump response, a threatened 25% tariff on Colombian imports, especially flowers, the country's main U.S. export, just in time for Valentine's Day. It was a game of high-stakes chicken, with Petro and Trump both refusing to blink. Political chaos meets celebrity drama. You might wonder what Selena Gomez's tears have to do with Colombian deportees. The underlying theme was the same: the spectacle surrounding immigration and deportation. Selena's meltdown and Petro's threats both revolved around championing "my people," though the methods were drastically different. Instead of tears, Petro's approach involved heated tweets and hardline demands. Trump, who once starred in reality TV, seemed to meet Petro's intensity with equal fervor. The deportees would be returned, and if that meant sending them on military planes, so be it. Meanwhile, insiders within the floral import business panicked. A 25% tariff could ruin the livelihood of thousands of Colombian flower farmers. And let's be real, Valentine's Day in the US without flowers would turn into a heartbreak scenario for everyone from florists to romantic hopefuls. Social media had a field day linking the two stories. On one side, Selena's meltdown served as comedic relief. On the other, Petro's defiance provided a more serious angle on how deportation fights can escalate. Memes popped up featuring split-screen images of Selena sobbing next to Petro, shaking his fist. The tagline reading something like, "When tears and tantrums collide, the ultimate showdown." It was bizarre, global, and unbelievably entertaining for those watching from the sidelines. The aftermath and internet reactions. Eventually, Selena tried to pivot away from the meltdown fiasco. She deleted her original crying video, perhaps hoping the noise would die down. But the internet never forgets. Screenshots, reaction videos, and comedic edits continued to spread. Some fans empathized with her emotional reaction to seeing families torn apart. Others insisted she was conveniently ignoring the complexities of deportation. Not all those being removed are innocent, and some face serious allegations. For Petro, the intense standoff lasted only a short time before he begrudgingly allowed US planes to land in Colombia again. Perhaps after some behind-the-scenes negotiations, he decided to cut his losses to avoid wrecking his country's primary flower export. Those who praised him for taking a stand were now divided. Was Petro truly defending his citizens, or was it just political theater designed to hype up his base? Meanwhile, the general public's cynicism about celebrity and political displays continued to mount. If Selena's meltdown taught us anything, it's that a good chunk of internet users find it harder than ever to trust star-driven activism. Time and again, we've seen big names cry, blame the system, and then do little else. And with Petro's high-risk standoff that ended in little more than a social media spat, onlookers rolled their eyes at yet another series of big talk with limited follow-through. In the end, the biggest lesson from this chaotic saga might just be how quickly the internet can twist what someone hopes is an emotional plea into a comedic sideshow. Selena's tearful meltdown over deportations may have been genuine, but the tidal wave of memes, backlash, and calls for real action drowned out any initial sympathy. Meanwhile, President Gustavo Petro learned that a fiery public standoff with the United States can backfire if you're not willing to sustain your stance beyond social media rants. So where do we go from here? Are we witnessing the decline of celebrity influence, or are we just demanding more from public figures? Let us know what you think in the comments. Do tears and tantrums even matter when policies remain unchanged? Or is raising awareness the first step toward solutions? Thanks for tuning in to Buzzed Celebs, the channel that brings you all the unexpected drama from the worlds of fame and power. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, and give us a thumbs up if you found today's deep dive as chaotic as we did. We've got plenty more shocks, reveals, and behind-the-scenes secrets coming your way. Until next time, stay curious and stay buzzing.